Hi, and thanks for joining for the class today. So today's class includes a variety of exercises to engage and strengthen some key muscle groups throughout the body. We're going to start in standing, then we're going to come down into 4-point kneeling, onto our backs and onto our sides as well today. So I hope you enjoy the class. Remember, always work to a level that you're comfortable with, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy it. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to begin in standing and bring our toes apart and those heels apart. So those feet are that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight onto the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so our weight's going nice and evenly down through those feet. Knees are nice and soft, so not locked back. Hands up into that pelvis very gently. We're going to tilt the pelvis forward and then tilting it back. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. Again, just looking for that midpoint between those two movements, so our pelvis in that nice neutral position. Good. Ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to start by floating our hands up to that shoulder height, and we're just going to warm up through our upper back with our bow and arrow stretch. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach one arm around and back, follow with that head, and then gently back to that start. And again, breathing out. Breathing in as you fold back. So we're looking round and back, just as far as comfortable, just rotating that upper spine, opening out through that chest and looking round with that head. Well done, and back. Breathing out, reaching away, breathe in to fold back. So just go as far as you're comfortable. If you feel a little bit stiff in that upper back, just take it as far as feels comfortable to go. Well done, and back. Breathing out, breathe in to fold back. A few more here, reaching away. And back. Well done. Good. And let's just do one last one each side. Reaching away. And back. Last one. And back. And then float those arms back down. Well done, relaxing those shoulders. Okay, so we're going to go into our balance series here. So we're going to keep those feet that hip width distance apart. This time I'm going to float my hands up to that shoulder height. Come up onto those toes. Bend at the knees. Lower the feet and down. Good. And again, float those hands up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. Now keep those knees that hip width distance apart as you lower down onto the floor. Well done. And again, float those hands up onto those toes, bend those knees, lower the feet and down. So those knees shouldn't be knocking in or widening. Keep them that hip width distance apart as you lower down and down. Well done. And again, float those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. Now this time, if you can, we're going to float those hands up to the ceiling, up on those toes again, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Well done. And again, float those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. A few more here, reaching up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Last couple, reaching up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. One last time, reach up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Well done. Okay, so keeping those feet that hip width distance apart, we're going to warm up a little bit more through our legs with some squats here. So I want you to sit that weight back onto your heels and we're going to drop back just as far as comfortable and then lift back up. If you can, we can reach those hands forward as we drop down, lift up. So just drop as low as you feel comfortable to go and back. Well done. And again, drop down, lift up. Still keeping those knees going in the hip width distance apart, so not knocking in or widening. Good. And again, drop down, lift up. Well done. Now on this next one, if you can, we're going to drop down, come up onto my toes, push up into standing and down. Well done. And again, drop down, up on those toes, extend into standing and down. And again, drop down, up on those toes, push into standing and down. Lovely. And again, drop down, up on those toes, push into standing and down. Lovely. And again, drop down. Up on those toes, push into standing and down. Lovely. Drop down. Up on those toes, push into standing and down. Lovely. Up on those toes, push into standing and down. Last couple here. Drop down. Up on those toes, up into standing and down. Lovely. Up on those toes, push into standing. Very good. Last one. Drop down. Up on those toes, push into standing and lowering back down. Well done. Relaxing those arms back down as well. Okay, so we're going to bring one foot just in front here, that hip pelvis staying nice and level, we're going to lift up our arms, floating up that leg and lower back down. And again, floating up and down. So keeping that pelvis nice and level, we're lifting and lowering that leg with those arms as well, lifting and lowering. Well done. And down. Good. Floating up and lowering. Now on this next one, we're going to lift up, hold that there. I want you to open those arms, open that leg out, fold back and down. So we're adding that hip twist movement in. So we're lifting up, open out, fold back and down. So we're only opening as far as comfortable, keeping that control, keeping those hip bones pointing forwards as we lift up, open out, fold back and down. Well done. That leg you're standing on, keep that knee nice and soft. It's working hard to support you as we're balancing on that side. Well done. Lifting up, opening out, fold back and down. Last couple, lift up, open out, fold back and down. Let's do one last one this side. Lift up, opening out, fold back and down. Well done. Okay, we do the same the other side. So opposite foot just in front, keeping that pelvis nice and level. We're going to float those hands up with that leg and lower back down. So that hip's just flexing just to that hip height, no higher, and down. Opposite legs working hard to support you. Keep that knee nice and soft, lifting and lowering. Well done. Okay, so let's add that hip twist in here. So we're going to lift up, open out to the side, fold back and down. So we're opening those arms with that leg, opening out, fold back and down. So again, just as far as comfortable, float up, opening out, fold back and down. Well done. And again, lift up, opening out, fold back and down. Very good. Few more here. Nice and controlled. Just taking that leg as far as you can. Keep that control of that movement. Well done. Last couple, floating up, opening out and down. One last time. Float up, open out, fold back and down. Well done. Relaxing back there. Okay, so we're going to work through our hips a little bit more with our standing clam. So I'm going to just rest my toe just next to my opposite foot here. Hip bone's still going to stay forwards with this one. Pelvis nice and level. We're going to open out and fold back. So we're opening out that knee just as far as comfortable. Again, keeping those hip bones forward. If you're feeling like your whole pelvis is rotating, make that movement a little bit smaller. We're just opening out as far as comfortable and back. Well done. And again, opening out and back. Now, if that feels comfortable with that toe just resting on the floor there, carry on here. Or we can hook that foot around the other leg and we'll do the same again. Opening out and fold back. Well done. And again, opening out, fold back. So keeping that control, just opening out through that hip as far as comfortable and back. Well done. Very good. Now, if you feel like an extra challenge, on this next one, we're going to open out, hold that there, then we're going to stretch and tap through that foot, reach away and back. Well done. So we can do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Fold that knee back in, lower that leg back down. Very good. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to start with that toe just resting next to that other foot, hip bones pointing forwards, and we're opening out and back. And again, open out and back. So remember, you're just opening out through that hip as far as comfortable, keeping those hip bones forward, not letting them roll or rotate as you open out and back. Well done. Opening out and back. Good. And again, open out and back. Lovely. Now, if that feels comfortable here, keep that foot just resting on the mat there. Or if you can, we're going to hook that foot around the other leg. Do the same again. Open out, fold back. And again, opening out and back. Very good. So keeping that control. That leg you're standing on is working hard to support you as well. So we open out, fold back. So remember, just opening out as far as comfortable, keeping those hip bones forward. Lovely. Okay, so those of you that fancy that extra challenge, if you can, we're going to open that knee out, keep it there, and then we're going to stretch and tap that leg here. Reach away and tap back. Good. Let's see if we can do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, And one, well done. Fold that knee back in, lower that leg back down. Very good. Okay, so feet still that hip width distance apart. We're just going to stretch through our sides here with our standing mermaid. So I'm going to imagine I'm unzipping through my side, reaching up towards the ceiling, look up with my head towards that hand, and then gently re-zip back down through that side. Opposite side, again, unzip through that side, reach up with that hand, looking up to the ceiling there, and then slowly unzip back down. Well done. Other side again, reaching up, lengthening out through the side here, and then slowly coming back down. Good. Opposite side again, reaching up, looking up, and then slowly coming back down. Let's do one more each side. Drop down, unzip through that side, look up towards the ceiling, and slowly coming back down. Good. One last time, reaching up, looking up, and slowly coming back down from there, relaxing those shoulders. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to do a few roll downs just to get our backs moving here a bit more. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor, just as far as comfortable. Once you reach your end point, take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, slowly re-stacking through that spine, gently coming back up into standing. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. And as you breathe out, slowly re-stacking back up into standing. Good, let's do one more of those. Breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. And as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good. Now I'm going to come to the end of my mat here. So we're going to roll down again, but this time we're going to come down into 4-point kneeling. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, roll those hands, again, just as far as you feel comfortable. Once you get to that end point this time, just soften your knees, and then we're going to walk our hands down and slowly come down onto our mats into 4-point kneeling, and we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're going to continue the class here into 4-point kneeling. So I have my hands just in front of those shoulders here, elbows nice and soft, and those knees underneath those hips. So we're just going to start by mobilising through our spines with a cat stretch. So we're going to tuck that head under, arch that back up, so we're flexing the spine, and then we're gently dropping down and extending. And again, arching that back up, gently flexing through that spine, and then gently dropping down and extending. Good. And again, arch that back up, flex through that spine, and then drop down, gently extending. Well done. So just finding that midpoint between those two movements. So we're in that nice neutral position. So that tailbone's just tucked under, that neck staying nice and long here. And we're going to start with our swimming movement. So if we can, we take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach one leg just parallel with the floor and then fold back. Opposite leg, breathing out, reach away. Breathe in to fall back. Now you don't want to lift this leg too high, so I still want to keep that pelvis nice and level. So I reach that leg away. So just reaching and fold back. Now if that's comfortable here, we can reach our opposite arm and opposite leg and then fold back. So we're adding that arm lift in. If you can, reaching away and back. But we're keeping that nice and controlled, not too quickly, and still keeping that pelvis nice and level. So we often say, imagine you've got a tray of drinks on your back. Don't let them wobble or spill as you're lengthening opposite arm, opposite leg. Well done. Breathing out as we reach away. Breathe in to fold back. And again, breathe out, reach away. Breathe in to fold back. Well done. Keeping going here, nice and controlled. Reach away, fold back. Well done. And back. Lovely. Just a few more here. That neck staying nice and long, so looking down at that mat. Very good. And back. Breathing out. Breathing in to fold back. Well done. And again. Breathing out. Reach away. Breathe in to fold back. So last few here. Well done. Reaching away. And fold back. Very good. And again, reaching away. And folding back. Well done. And back. Let's do one last one each side, reaching away and back, last time. And then folding back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to work our arms here a little bit with some mini presses. So we're going to keep our hands just in front of those shoulders still, and we're going to lower down that breastbone down towards the mat. So keeping that neck long, we're lowering down and lifting up. And again, drop down, lift up. So see if we can do 8 more together here. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to that start. Well done. Have a little rest there, and we're going to do one more set together if you can. So again, still lowering that, keeping that chin tucked in, lowering that breastbone down towards the mat. Okay, so we do that one more set. So we're going to lower down, lift up. Good. And again, lowering down, lift up. So do 8 more. So we go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Coming back up, and then we're going to come off those hands. Let's have a little stretch out into that child pose stretch. Well done. So just take a nice deep breath in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just relaxing and sinking down to that stretch. Well done. Breath in and out. And again, breath in and out. Sinking down, sinking through those shoulders. Well done. One more time. Breath in and out. Relaxing down. Well done. So we're going to come back up into 4-point kneeling here again, keeping those elbows nice and soft. So with one leg, this time we're going to fold the leg in, and we're going to stretch it away, fold it back, keeping the knee bent, and we're going to push that heel up towards the ceiling with that donkey kick. Okay, so we're going to extend away, fold in, keep the knee bent, push up to the ceiling with the donkey kick. And again, reach away, fold back, push up to that heel and down. Well done. Reaching out, fold in and heel up towards the ceiling. Good. And again, extend the leg away, fold back and heel up towards the ceiling. Good. And again, reach away, fold in and heel up to the ceiling. Very good. And heel up to the ceiling. Should we see if we do 5 more here? So we're going to go 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, well done. And one last set, reaching away, fold in, heel up to the ceiling and down, and coming back to that start. Well done. Okay, so let's see if we can do the same on the other side. So opposite leg this time, we fold in again and extend the leg away, fold back in, keep the knee bent and push the heel up to the ceiling. Good, and again, extending away, fold back and heel up to the ceiling. And again, reach away, fold in, heel up to the ceiling. And again, reaching away, fold in, keep the knee bent, heel up to the ceiling. Good, reach away, fold in, and then into that donkey kick and down. Well done, reach away, fold back and heel up to the ceiling. Very good, reaching away, fold back and heel up. So we do 5 more set here, so 5. Good, 4, fold in, heel up to the ceiling. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then folding that leg back down. Very good. Okay, let's have a little stretch off those hands now and have a little stretch out here. One more time. So breath in and out, sinking that bottom down onto those heels. And again, breath in and out, relaxing down. Well done. So walk those hands back up here, and then we're going to come round and down onto our backs now. So coming round onto our backs onto the mat. We have our knees bent up, those feet and knees that hip-width distance apart. Just to start with, let's just tilt that pelvis forwards and back. So just gently tilting the pelvis forwards and back. And we want to again find that midpoint between those two movements. So in that nice neutral position. Those ribs are nice and soft, collarbones wide, And that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling now. A little bit of coordination here. We're going to do our hip twist movement, but with our opposite arm opening. So we're going to let one knee fall out to the side, open the opposite arm, and then fold back together. Alternating sides, opening opposite arm and leg, and fold back. So we're keeping that pelvis nice and level. Those hip bones should be staying pointing up towards the ceiling as we open the leg out to the side. Now if that's comfortable here, we can float one leg into single tabletop. Same again, opening out and back. Opposite leg lifted, opening out and back. But if that feels too wobbly or you're not controlled, come back with those feet down and back. Well done. Alternating sides, opening out and back. Now if that's feeling comfortable here, then we can float both legs up into that double tabletop. Same again, opening one knee out and back. So we're breathing out as we open out, breathe in to fold back. Breathe out as we open out, breathe in to fold back. Now as you lift those legs up, you might find that movement's a little bit smaller just because it's harder to control, and that's absolutely fine. It's better to keep that control of the movement, keep it smaller, than have a large movement that's not as controlled as well. Opening out and back. So keeping those hip bones pointing up towards the ceiling. If you're feeling that pelvis rolling or dropping over to one side, just make that movement a little bit smaller through those legs because we're just losing that control there. Well done. Breathing out as we open out, breathe in to fold back. Breathe out, opening out, breathe in to fold back. Lovely. So keep alternating sides here, a few more. Opening out and back. Well done. And again, open out, fold back. Very good. And again, opening out and folding back. Last few. Good. And again, opening out and fold back. Well done. Let's just do one last one each side. Opening out and back. Last time. And then lower those legs if they're lifted, and then float those arms back down. Well done. So feet and knees that hip width distance apart still here. Arms down by your side. We're going to go into our bridge from here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we want to use those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down to that start. Well done. So we're lifting and lowering, using those bottom muscles to help lift up and lowering back down. Well done. And again, lifting up and lowering. So those of you who've done this before and you feel comfortable here, we can lift up, hold that position. If you want to, we could just raise one heel and down, opposite heel and down, and then lowering back down again. So we can repeat that there for a variety if you want to. Or again, if you've done it before and you're comfortable, we can lift up, keep this pelvis nice and level. We can stretch a leg and down, opposite leg, and lower back down. But if that feels too difficult, then just lift and lower those feet down. They're just some options if you want to. Either raising a heel and down. Good, and lowering back down. Lovely, and again lifting up, or if you want to, stretching that leg. Now if you add any movement of those legs, make sure you keep that pelvis nice and level. We're watching for that bottom dipping. Because it's having to work a lot harder, we want to make sure we keep that pelvis nice and level. So if we add any of that movement with our legs, we're not seeing that bottom dip down. So just watch for that, and lowering down. Well done. But again, like I say, keep those feet down if that feels too much. Good, and lower. Well done, and again, lifting up and lowering back down. So we'll just do the last few here in your own time, either lifting and lowering with those feet down, or if you're adding those leg lifts in, just the last couple here. Good. And let's do one last time. Lifting up, breath in to hold, and as you breathe out, lowering back down. Well done. So let's bring those knees in, have a nice little hug and just stretch out from there. Well done. So nice breath in and out. So just breathing in and out. Well done. And again, breath in and out. One more time, breath in and out. And then lowering that leg back down. Well done. Okay, so feet and knees back to that hip width distance apart. If you need to, we just tilt that pelvis forwards and back again. That nice neutral position. Ribs are soft, collarbones wide. And this time I'm going to pop my hands behind my head. And we're going to just work into our abdominals a little bit with an abdo prep. Now, if you can, I'm going to float one leg here up into our single tabletop. I'm going to take a breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to lift my head up into the abdo prep, stretch the leg away, and then fold back together. And again, breathing out, reaching away, breathing in to fold back. And again, breathing out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Now on this next one, if you can, we're going to reach away, hold the abdo prep, lower the leg down towards the floor, lift up and back. Good, and again, reaching away, lowering down, lift up and back. And again, reach away, lower down, lift up, fold back. Good, and again, reaching away, lower down, lift up and back. Good, and again, reach away, lower down and back. Now let's see if we can do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5. Good. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Folding that leg, lowering that leg back down. Well done. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. So opposite leg lifted. We'll start by just lifting that head at the same time, stretching the leg, and then fold back. Breathing out, reaching away, breathe in, fold back. Good, and again. And back. Now if you can, we're going to add that lowering of the leg. So we're going to reach forwards, lower the leg down, lift up and back. And again, reaching away, lower down, lift up and back. And again, reach away, lower down, lift up and back. Good. And back. Lovely. Reaching away, lowering down, lift up and back. Good. Let's see if we can do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Fold that leg back, lower that leg back down, bring those arms back down by your side. Well done. Okay, so we're going to work our tummy muscles a little bit more with our scissors movement. So we're going to float one leg up into our tabletop position. Now we want to keep this knee at that 90-degree angle, and we're going to tap that foot down, lift up and lower. Opposite leg lifted, tap that foot down, lift up and lower. So we don't want to let the knee bend. We're lowering down from that hip, from that pelvis, as we lift up, tap down, lift up and lower. And again, lift up, tap down, lift up and lower. And again, tap down and lower. Well done. Tap down and lower. Well done. Now if that feels comfortable here, keep going there, alternating legs, or if you can, we can float both legs again up into that double tabletop. Same again, tap down, lift up. Now with both legs lifted, if you start to feel your back is arching or your tummy's really bracing, come back to that single leg. We can always mix and match those levels, but we want to make sure we're keeping that tummy nice and flat as we tap down and lift up. Tapping down, breathing out, breathe in, lift up. So again, watching for that knee bending. Wants to bend sometimes to cheat. So make sure we're keeping that angle as we tap down, lift up. Well done. Tap down, lift up. Very good. Alternating sides. Now if that feels comfortable here, we can challenge it a little bit further for the last few if you want to. We can go a little bit quicker. So we're tapping, breathing in for 2 and out for 2. Breathing in and out. Good, breathing in and out. And again, breathing in and out. Last few, breath in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Good, last one, breathing in and out. Coming back to that start, then lowering those legs back down, back to that start position. Well done. Bring those knees in, just have a quick hug if you want to. Just relax there. Good, okay, so legs back down. Let's have a nice little cool down stretch. So we're going to just arms down by your side. We're going to drop those knees over to one side, turn our head to that opposite side if you can, just as far as comfortable, then bringing those knees back up and over to that opposite side. And again, gently coming back up, drop those knees over, turning that head, rotating to that opposite side, and then coming back up and over onto the other side again. So just rotating side to side, opening out through that spine. Feels nice to do. Dropping those knees over, turning that head, well done. Gently coming back up and over to that opposite side. Good, drop those knees over, turning that head. Gently coming back up and over to the opposite side. Good, let's just do one more each side. Drop those knees over, turning that head. Gently coming back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. Knees back to that centre, arms back down by your side. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come round onto our sides here now. So if you grab a thicker block, if you're using one, or anything, just support your head. And we're going to come down onto our sides. So we're going to have our knees bent up to begin with, and those feet and hips roughly in a line there. Because we're going to start here with our clam movement. So hips staying really stacked on top of each other. We can just drop those hips down, just feel a little gap under that waist there. And we're going to have our feet together. We're going to lift up through this top knee and then lower back down. So into our clam movement. So lift up through that top knee and lower back down. So those hips staying stacked, lifting and lowering. Well done. Lifting and lowering. So keeping those hips stacked as we lift and lower through that top knee. Now we want to feel it in that back pocket side area here. If you don't, we might just need to straighten or bend those knees up a little bit. So just adjust the feet slightly if you need to, just to get it working in the right place. Or if you still can't feel it, just push through those heels slightly just to really kick those muscles in, those glutes working. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Good. Lift up and lower. Well done. Now if that feels comfortable here, we can keep with those feet down onto the mat, or if you can, we're going to raise those feet up to that hip height and we're going to lift and lower from there, if you can. So we're lifting and lowering, keeping those hips stacked, lifting and lowering. Well done. And again, lift up and lower. Good. And again, lifting and lowering. Very good. Lift up and lower. Good. And if you can, let's do one last one. Lifting and lowering, then lowering those knees and those feet back down. Very good. Drop that leg in front. Give that muscle a little rest there. So while we're resting that top leg, let's lengthen through the lower leg and do a few little pulses of that inner thigh. So just breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Well done. Breath in and out. Good. Last time, breathing in and out and lowering that leg back down. Very good. Okay, this time we're going to have both legs straight, so feet just in front of you. Those hips are stacked on top of each other. And we're going to start by lifting this top leg up towards the ceiling here. And then I want you to bend the knee, tap the foot towards that lower knee, extend it back and lower. Okay, so again, we're going to lift up, bend at the knee, tapping that foot down towards the lower knee, lift up and lower. Good, and again, lift up, toe tap, extend and lower. Very good, so it doesn't have to touch it, just bend towards it if that's more comfortable. And again, lift up, tap down, extend and lower. Well done, and again, lift up, tap down, extend and lower. Very good, lifting up, tap down, extend and lower. Few more here, lifting up, tap down, extend and lower. Well done, and again, tapping down, lift up and lower. Few more, lift up, tap down, extend and lower. Last few, tap down and lower. Well done, and again. Good, lifting up, tap down and lower. Last couple, lifting up, tap down, extend and lower. One last time, lift up, tap down, extend and lowering that leg back down. Well done, bend those knees up. Okay, let's give those legs a little rest and we're going to drop that block down onto the floor. It's not already there, and the head at the front of it. Arms out in front, and we're going to go into our arm opening stretch. So we're going to lift up through this top arm, opening around and back, just following with that head, rolling on that block, and then gently coming back to that start. And again, lift up through that top arm, opening out, coming around and back, and then coming back to that start. Good, and again, lifting up, opening around and back with that head, looking round and back, and then back to that start. And again, lift up through that arm, opening around and back to that start. Well done. Last few here. Lift up through this top arm, opening around and back to that start. Well done. And back. Good. One last time. Lift up through that top arm, opening around and back. And then back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come up and over onto the other side now. So we'll bring this block with us to use. And we're going to come down onto our sides, onto the other side. So using that block just to support that head there. And we're going to have our feet and hips roughly in that line, those knees bent up, as we're going to start here with our clam movement as we did before. So feet together, we're going to lift up through this top knee and then lower back down. So we're keeping those hips stacked, dropping those hips down, feel that waist lifted as we lift and lower through that top knee. Well done. So as before, we want to feel it in this back pocket side area here. If you don't feel it working there, then we might just need to bend or straighten those legs up just a little bit, just to get that kicking in the right place. If we're still not quite feeling it, just try and push through those heels a little bit as you lift through that top leg and lower back down. Well done. And again, lifting and lowering. Keeping those hips stacked. Well done. And again, lift up and lower. Good. Lifting and lowering. Well done. So keeping that control, not letting those hips roll back. Imagine you're against a wall here. We're just lifting and lowering. Very good. And again, lift up and lower. Good. Now on this next one, if you can, either keep those feet down or we can raise those feet up to that hip height. Same again, lifting and lowering through that top knee. Well done. Still keeping that control of that movement as we're lifting and lowering. Good. Last few here. Well done. Good. And let's do one last one. Lifting and lowering. Lower those feet back down. Well done. Drop that leg in front. Give that muscle a little rest there. While we're resting that top leg, we can lengthen through that lower leg and do a few little pulses of that inner thigh. So just breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Good. Breathing in and out. One more time. Breath in and out, and lowering that leg down. Very good. Okay, this time we're going to straighten both legs out. So feet are just in front of you, hips are stacked. And we're going to start by lifting this top leg up and out to the side. Then we're going to bend the knee, tap that foot down to that lower knee, extend back and lower. And again, lifting up, tapping down, extending back and lowering. Good, so remember you don't have to touch that lower knee, just going towards it. Extend back and lower if that's more comfortable. Lift up, tap down, extend and lower. Good, and again, lifting up, tapping down, extending and lowering. Well done, and again, lift up, tap down, extend and lower. And again, lifting up, tap down, extend and lower. Well done. Lift up, tap down, extend and lower. Few more here. Lifting up, tap down, extend and lower. Well done. Last few. Good. And lower. And again, lifting up, tapping down, extend and lower. And again, lift up, tap down, extend and lower. Well done. Lift up, tap down and lower. Last couple here. Tap down, extend and lower. One last time. Lift up, tap down, extending and lowering. Well done. Bend those knees up. So give those muscles a little rest there. Very good. Okay, so we're going to drop the block down onto the floor, head at the front of it, arms out in front, and we're going to go into our arm opening stretch here. So we're going to lift up through this top arm, opening around and back, looking round and back, and coming back to that start. And again, lift up through that top arm, opening around and back, following with that head, and then gently back to that start. And again, lift up through this top arm, opening around and back, and back to that start. Well done. Looking round and back, and back to that start. Well done. Good. And back. So that head's just rolling on that block. Don't pull through that shoulder too much. Bend that elbow if you need to. We're just looking around and back, and then gently coming back to that start. Good. And again, lifting up, opening around and back, and then back to that start. Very good. And again, and then back to that start. Lovely. Last few here. Opening, looking with that head, and back. Let's do one more time. Lift up through that top arm, opening out, and then coming back to that start position. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come round onto our backs again now here to cool down. So coming onto your backs, just having those feet and knees back to that hip width distance apart. Just tilting that pelvis again forwards and back, so that nice neutral position. We're just going to do a bridge again here, but just with some arm raises, more as a cool down. So arms down by your side. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up into that bridge. I want you to hold that here and then raise the arms up and above your head. Slowly walk that spine back down and then float the arms to join. So we get a little bit more of an upper back stretch here. And again, lifting up, float those arms up and above your head. Slowly walking that spine back down and then bring the arms to join. Good. And again, lifting up, float those arms up and above your head. And then walking back down and then float the arms to join. Good, just last couple here, lifting up, floating those arms up and above your head. Slowly walking that spine down, float the arms to join. Good, one last time, lifting up, float those arms up and above your head. Then walking that spine gently back down and those arms down by your side. Well done. Okay, so let's stretch out through those bottom muscles now. So we're going to put one foot onto the opposite knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then stay there. Or if you can, bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. Again, just taking a few nice deep breaths in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sinking down into that stretch that little bit further if you can, holding that there, breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. Good, breathing in and out. Just sinking into that stretch that little bit further if you can on that out breath. Well done. And then slowly lowering that leg back down. We'll do the same on the other side. So opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we can bring the other leg up and towards you just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. And again, so just taking a few nice deep breaths in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sinking down to that stretch that little bit further. Breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out, sinking down. Well done.
Good. And again, breath in and out. One last time, breathing in and out. And then lowering that leg back down. Very good. Okay, so we're going to stretch through the back of our legs now. So knee up towards the ceiling. We're going to lengthen out through the back of the leg. Using your hand, just support that leg there. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And we're going to stretch out through the back of this leg. So again, breathing in and out. On that out breath if you can. Just relaxing and stretching through the back of that leg. Well done. Holding that there. Then if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle, just changing that stretch slightly, pointing and flexing. Well done. And then we're going to hold that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthening out through the back of that leg. And then lowering the leg back down. We do the same the other side, knee up towards the ceiling, lengthen out through the back of that leg, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. I'm going to hold this stretch here, lengthening out through the back of that leg. Well done. Holding that stretch, well done. And then if you can, let's point and flex through the ankle, just changing that stretch slightly. Very good. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And then just lowering that leg back down. Well done. Okay, so let's slowly come back up into sitting. So just sitting comfortably, legs crossed or legs out in front of you, relaxing those shoulders down here. Well done. And then we're just going to start with our hands wide here. We're going to reach them up into that wide stretch and then back down. Good. And again, reaching up and down. Lovely. And again, reaching up and down. Now on this next one, we're going to reach up, bring those hands behind our head, drop down to one side and back, opposite side and back, reaching up and down. We're going to reach up again, hands behind our head. This time we're going to rotate round to one side and back, opposite side and back, reaching up and down. So we'll do that again. We're going to reach up, hands behind our head, little side bend and back, opposite side and back, reaching up and down. Lift those arms back again, hands behind our head and rotating into that spine twist and back, opposite side and back, reaching up and lower. Let's do one more set of those. Reach up, hands behind our head, little side bend and back, opposite side. Good. Reaching up and down. One last time. Reach up, hands behind our head, rotating and back, opposite side, back, reaching and lowering those arms down. Well done. Relaxing those shoulders here. Fantastic. Well done. Thank you for joining me for the class today. I really hope you've enjoyed it and hopefully see you again soon.